My father taught me how to handle my first gun. I taught my son Oliver how to do the same. I've been shooting and hunting my whole life. So when people say I won't support guns, they're dead wrong. Boom! Other conservatives know that I'm strong on the Second Amendment. Ted Nugent, Rick Perry, President Trump. But our Second Amendment is not just about hunting. It's about our constitutional right to protect ourselves from intruders or an overly intrusive government. So as your next U.S. Senator, I will fight for our constitutional rights.
Dr. Oz will fight for your Second Amendment rights because he's a true conservative now. Every once in a while, hope you guys buy it. Here, look at me shooting some clay discs. This is dope. That's awesome. We'll see if it works because I think it's pretty transparent. Everyone has a pretty much track record on who Dr. Oz was versus who he says he is now and how he's doing it strictly for power. So let's go to some details of this because Fox News remembers who he really is. This is from a December 7th article from Fox News talking about who he was even before this ad. Maybe this ad is trying to dispel this stuff. So TV personality, medical professional, Dr. Mehmet Oz, previous statements on gun control have raised eyebrows after his entry into the 22 Senate race in Pennsylvania as a Republican candidate. Though Oz now says he firmly supports gun rights. I wonder what switched. Oz has voiced support for, quote, red flag laws, they said, which would allow the government to confiscate guns from individuals without proof of malicious intent. Part of the hope, I gather, is that we'll make a system so that I can call in and say, there's evidence besides my testimony that this person is dangerous. Look at their Facebook feed or social media postings or comments they've made to coworkers beside me. Do a little investigating. I'm alerting you, putting a little red flag up there saying that this person is a concern. That's what Dr. Oz told an audience on a previous episode of his show. Weird, because now he's shooting clay discs and he wants you to know he's for the Second Amendment. So also for this, he also tweeted out before that he wants to treat gun violence, he wants to have a study on it to treat it like it's a health risk. So right now the CDC is not funding us to study gun violence in this country is what he tweeted. It's time we treat shootings as a public health problem. Contact your congressperson today and demand that they fund the CDC to comprehensively study gun violence. This is from March of 2018. Same Dr. Oz. So after that article from Fox News, I'm sure he was probably scrambling to make sure that he was in their good graces. So he said, as a proud gun owner myself, I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment and our constitutional right to bear arms for protection. I do not believe there should be any policy or law, state or federal, that prevents a law-abiding American from purchasing a gun without due process and fair adjudication. There's Dr. Oz, gun shooter. And if you don't believe him, let's go to this assault number 2, you guys. He's got this to say.
I've been shooting and hunting my whole life. So when people say I won't support guns, they're dead wrong. Boom!
I'm for gun rights or I'm gonna shoot you in the face. Come on, bro.
Yeah, man. So I think that Dr. Oz actually has a very good chance of winning this election. If he loses, I think his chances of running again will be slim. But since he's already been endorsed by Donald Trump, he's already a celebrity. He is a confident man. He has the ability to just hammer the message home until people forget and don't care. If he supports gun rights in a variety of ways, he can go to conferences, he can go to events. All he has to do is put out content that shows that, in fact, he does support the Second Amendment. And in fact, he is all about, increasing gun rights in whatever ways he wants to run on. But he's already been endorsed by the most popular person in politics. He's a celebrity. He hammers the message home. People won't care because he's a powerful ally to the Republican Party if he wins. So that's the reality of the situation. And Republican voters who see that commercial, that speaks to them loud and clear. That's what they want to see.
They want to see it, but they can get it from their other candidates, the other people that are just as crazy, if not crazier, and they can have this feeling that they really mean it. I wonder, man, because he gets a lot of pushback. First off, for the residency thing, how he wasn't really from Pennsylvania, but he went to college there, and then he's found a resident. He's done it legally. It's not like it's an illegal process or it's wrong. But people are pointing out how he's doing everything he can to fit within this mold. And even got, obviously you point out Donald Trump support, and half the Republican Party's against that too. I feel like it's an uphill battle. I don't know, maybe he'll be that wolf in sheep's clothing, because I've read through a few comments after that on the Fox website, and they're like, this guy's a wolf in sheep's clothing, don't trust him, don't vote for him, he's gonna be a Democrat, he's gonna come. And by the way, even if he does, it's not like he's gonna turn over gun laws already or put some kind of bill forward that's gonna interrupt the Second Amendment rights. It's just not gonna happen that way.
Right.
It's all to get in office and then do nothing afterwards.